A long time ago, my friends and I had the idea to play candles. We turned off all the lights in the house and got around the table, setting up candles. The four of us all lit 8 candles around the perimeter of the table. If the candle facing you goes out, you have to close your eyes. You can't close your eyes until the candle goes out. If the candle facing the joined hands with someone goes out, the contact has to be broken. If all 3 candles go out on somebody's side go out, they're out of the game. We did not understand what kind of forces we were playing with. Once we sat down, we gripped each other's hands. Don't let go unless your candle joint goes out, Eric tells me from across the table. I gripped Jack's hand into my left, Anthony's hand was to my right. We watched our candles for minutes. This is boring, Jack said. He's interrupted by Eric. Quiet. We've started and we can't stop until we're done. It's a stupid game, Jack yells. I don't. His candle goes out. Holy he mutters. Close your eyes, I yell, interrupting him. He closes them. I can't see anything. I glance at Jack, then Eric, then Anthony. Eric's eyes widen. He tells me to look straight ahead. Don't bother looking at each other, he whispers. Don't do anything to compromise yourself or your position. I look straight back at Eric, and halfway between them, a shadow moves by. And Tom? Don't look behind you. I instinctively look behind me, and it's pitch black. What did I just say, Tom? Eric tells me. I keep looking back, and I hear footsteps. Tick, 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 goes the sound of the footsteps. I hear a tap against my wall. Tss, tss. I look back at Eric, who glances over at Anthony. The candle that joins Eric with Jack goes out, and Eric lets go. Ah! Jack screams, and his eyes fly wide open. Tick, 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 clink, clink, tss. Jack, close your eyes, Eric yells. I glance behind Eric, and the shadow moves out and begins stepping behind him in the hall. Tick, tick, tick. My candle that joins Jack with me flickers, and Jack screams at me not to let go. Eric yells at Jack to close his eyes, and when Jack closes his eyes, the candle goes out. A voice, soft but sharp, whispers, "Let go." And I let go of Jack's hand. The whole room blacks out. Eric! Hold on, he says. The table is now visible, but I cannot see past it. I see Eric's candles, from his to Anthony's to mine. I see Anthony's hand. To my left, all of Jack's candles are out, but my hand is still being clutched. Jack, I say. I'm here. Thank God, I say, and look back at his hand in mine, and watch blood ooze between his knuckles. What's wrong, Tom? Jack, I ask. I'm here. Eric? Anthony? I look over at Eric, who leans in to look at me. We're here, he says. I look back at Jack and see a face with hollowed, bleeding eye sockets. 2 hands reach out and grab my cheeks. Blood oozes from them and drips out. I feel breathing in my ear. I'm here, a voice whispers. Eric! What? He asks. I turn. It's gone. I turn back to Anthony and glance to Eric. Eric and Anthony's candle's out. Your candle's out, Eric! He lets go of Anthony. Crap, he says. What happened to Jack, I ask. He tells me not to worry about it. I tell him I am worried because Jack is gone and... Tick, tick, tick. What's that? Eric asks. I look back at Eric. A shadow stands over him. Anthony stares back at it. What's wrong, guys? Eric asks. Dang, what's wrong? What's wrong? 2 gray, decomposing hands, blood freshly dripping from them, slither up his face. They start to cover his eyes. Anthony falls back into the seat, and Eric's candle goes out. I don't see Eric, and Anthony looks behind me. Aye! I lean into Eric. Eric! I wait. I ask again. Silence. I look at the table, and long, black, shadowy fingers begin to pinch around the table. In an instant, 2 hands position themselves on his side. I look back at the hands, then directly ahead. It's still too dark to see. Anthony has not stopped looking at me. I look back at him, and he is in a hypnotic stare, but he's not looking at me. He's looking above. Our candle goes out. Anthony, you've got to let go. His grip tightens. Anthony! Suddenly he lets go. I pull my hand back. I hear a sound. Drip, drip, drip. I glance back at Anthony, who raises his hand towards mine. His hand is gone. It's a bloody stump. Holy! His light goes out. I no longer see him. Suddenly I hear a chair move and crashing against the furniture in the other room. I hear Anthony scream in pain, but also in terror. There's more crashing followed by psh, and then tick, tick, tick. I look down at my candle. Tick, tick, tick. I ignore the shadow made in the light of the candle is giving. The shadow is moving closer from the hallway. Tick, tick, tick. The footsteps get louder. I look up from my candle towards across the table. A shadow leans in over the table. I look back, and the hand reaches around the candle. Tick, tick, tick. It stops. My candle goes out.